shit. Why my camera not on here? What about that? Let me see. Let me see if I cut that. Oh, no. That's too dark. Happy Saturday. I went through so many changes just to reach to this little part right here until I forgot what the hell I wanted to say. It's Saturday, okay? I'm gonna try not to get excited and scratch my nose and not be just moving and hey, now unless it's a music playing, and I don't have permission to play any music, so it won't be no music playing, okay? Cause everybody says my music is copyrighted, and that's why people be forgetting about you, cause you want to charge everybody just to hear one little song or even to play it in the background, you know, and people forget about you because you don't want to share your music, even though they pay for it. You can buy a record and still can't play it in the background, and they even though we know it's copyrighted. So hey, that's your thing right there, because you be one people, even the young people be like, they get into the groove. Look at what oh my gosh, Confunction, Love Train, Bruno Mars did that thing. They brought that shit back and made it so silky smooth. On a warm night, can't sleep, too hurt, too weak, gotta call him up. What you do, girl? Dial that number, no one answers, and it's 2:00. Oh yeah, she getting pissed, you know. And he getting a little worried. Is she getting that thing away? And she like, I know he getting that thing away. See, they both on the same vibe right there, because they want to have some sex, okay? And listen to this. You need to talk to your children about sex. You need to be open and honest and have that conversation at home. Sex is so taboo. We can't even talk about it with our own children. And no, don't be rubbing on your children. When them little motherfuckers get a certain age, you watch them as they bathe, and not in no fucking perverted way either, okay? Children should be safe, and they not. Children are not safe. Think about those that are hurt real bad when they are really young. They traumatized, broken bones and things like that. Have mercy. We look back into the Bible and we see in Egypt, they would toss the babies into the Nile, and Moses came. He was spared. Even though they were going to drown him. When they said 2 years old, I still stand in harmony with the woman. X. Girl power. Girl power. That you do what you want with your body, because I want to do what I want with mine. Some things that I find most disturbing is when they've been born into this world and they can throw a 2-year-old off into the war and kill their own baby. And somewhere I know that I've been psychologically damaged. And I don't know what it been for other women. And it ain't. My daddy and my mama ain't never touched me. The psychological damage can go so deep, and it dig down into like reality, what's real and what's not real. Psychological damage take you beyond what they say the walls of life into death. Some people traumatized and abused so bad they pass out. They don't know what's real and what's not. And we're not taking time to address mental health issues. And we see people going into school shooting up little children and shit like that. And we don't see a crisis. A gun ain't gonna fix the problem. Because a gun and an abortion clinic is both the same thing. You decide if you're gonna use it. Just because it's there doesn't mean I have to use it. Hallelujah. Thankful for the air, the spirits that surround me. That's me. That's where I live. I live in nature. I'm not into scientific discoveries as, let me see, being discovered that there's other people that look different from me somewhere. You know, that ain't no damn scientific discovery. And I must study them. I must study them. I need to go find out who they are, you know, and I need money for this shit, okay? And guess what? I discovered something. They look what they walk like us. Yeah, but they favor the apes. That ape-man movie shit. That shit right there, like, you already know that the ape-man is the black. And the white man, he don't know he from ape too. They got white. You act like albinos have not been around forever. White came in from somewhere through snow from a cold region. And to think that everybody came from a couple in Africa narrows your mind. See, I won't allow my mind to be narrowed down to there. It cannot go down, not as far as all mankind coming from one area of the earth. Now, it could have came from one area of the universe that brought the earth into play. But all mankind or the earth did not come from one place. In my spirit, I believe. And see, you can't prove me wrong. You can't prove me wrong. Not with whatever it is that you, just because you cannot find other bones does not mean they are not there. And we've been robbed of proper education. All of that was taken away from us. We were denied basic survival skills because we had to go to work. You got to go to work and you got to live. And then suddenly there's a famine so great, there's no food in many places. And I got to travel. I need to travel to go look for food. It was there, but it was taken away. And you got to buy it back now. Man worked the land. It ain't. Along with the animals. Yeah, that's how it was done originally before money became to be a factor. And now they mess with migration. I call migration chain the Underground Railroad. It's a place of freedom and a place of life where many travel together in wondrous ways, all going in the same direction, looking for freedom and food. Because sometimes you won't go nowhere if you got the food and the water that you need. And then we can see that water and food was deprived. It's what was used to bring people down and to cause them not to thrive and to cause weakness and sickness and famine. And we read it back as far as into the King James Version of the Bible. the method that was used, the method that is being used today to deprive people of the basic necessities of life. There are those that stand in the way of the great change. The great chain is it's a link. It's like the building blocks, a chromosome, or something great that is coming about to be. And I would not say that the earth is dying, but I'll say she is screaming and trying to build and to grow. Maybe she's getting ready to be fully grown and fully mature. And I would like for my kind to be here and to remain here and to be part of the building blocks that's going to build up and not tear down. We've seen what tearing down can do. It ain't done nothing right. Only thing it's done is deprive the people basic life necessities and hurried up death of many. And I ask myself every day, what can I do to survive and to not become a part of that, which I think should never be trending. We should not be trending murder and death. It's sad when you got to sit at a graveside of somebody that you love and suddenly their life was taken away. I don't care if it's through sickness, it feels bad still. And what about sickness that we cannot do anything about? And now we got back-to-back things that are coming upon us. But where is it coming? Where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? Where is it? Where we still haven't been explained where COVID truly came from. We don't really know where it came from. We've been told several different things, numerous different things. And each time somebody has sweared up and down that they was being honest with us, we had a technology and the means to show it. And now we're beginning to see that a lot of people are indeed true liars and hypocrites. And I've known for years the Bible was a book, the history of these people and the things that they are and were capable of. And to write so much and to focus so much on one person and how mean and uncaring and you are completely anti against that, but yet you'll stand with them just based on their color and not they kind. You stand with them and you know what they are truly capable of and the things that they do. And it's a book written in Most Wanted People, all these different aliases and CIAs and secret operatives and can make all these different ideas. And suddenly I'm a girl. So many different identities. And to say that it's okay for me to do it, but you can't. I can be jealous, but you can't. You can't. I can tell lies and shake your hand and tell you how much I appreciate you and pat you on your back and will shoot you in the back of your head. I can do it, but you can't. A lot of those ways were learned from the Bible and the methods. You see the methods that were used and all of that, just reading, and people wanting to be just like that began teaching it to others, the things that they want to be able to. Well, it made him famous. Hey, look how many followers he got. So many people trying to see what he doing. Just so enticed with him. What he's capable of and how he does it. And suddenly he's famous and he wants everybody to follow after his ways. And there are those that are willing to put their life and their own family life on the line just to please him, just to be a part. I would sacrifice my son for you, yes. The hell was he doing? What were he giving him? But John said he was on the Lord's day and he had some stuff that he took, and it was what real bitter. It, to the taste was sweet or something when it went down. And he started seeing things in his mind. He was drugged. Now, did he take it willingly, or was it for him to become a hostage and a ransom for his safe return? It's a ransom. I mean, kidnapping and holding people hostage, and ransoms have to be paid just for you to get them back, raping and torturing them. And we're not being told about trials for 9/11. And everybody can be mad with what Donald Trump said. What he said, I agree with. We have not even had a trial yet for the ones that are being held. And yet someone let it out. It was released that those people were being tortured. Now, I don't know if it was let out into the mainstream news just so that the families will know what's happening to their sons if they don't pay the money to get them out of jail. But it's a hostage situation. That is, to me, when you hold people and you want money to let them out, that's a hostage situation. That's a ransom. It's just that some people have the ability to do it and get away with it, and others don't. You can put my hands behind my back and throw me in the back of a car, throw me behind bars, and you can hold me, and I give you some money, you'll let me out. And I can kick your door in, and I can come into your house, and I can kill you in your bed, you know? I can kill you trying to protect your house, because an intruder is an intruder. And you're an intruder, you're an intruder, you're an intruder. I don't care. I don't care who back you. I don't care. You're an intruder. You're a murderer. When you use your gun instead of your fist sometimes, or you use your gun instead of your mouth. Why come people who got to deal with all of this stuff and all the insanity that some people are living through? Because people are living through all kind of insanities. Why can't the police officers get a class on how to try to even talk them through it, but if somebody's under the influence of drugs, they're not going to hear you anyway. And see, I've been drugged before. And the police officers, I'm so happy that they did not kill me, because I don't really know what all I was doing. I just know I still had the scars here. I still had the scars right here on that wrist, and this finger goes numb. All of this will go numb. This whole finger will just go numb with no feeling whatsoever. And it might last for a little while. And the scars are there. And, I woke up undressed, no clothes on, strapped down in a hospital. And I lost myself in that hospital. And I remember I had looked at, I'm going to say, that Bill Cosby movie. And I wanted to go back there and look for myself, to see, am I laying here disassociated? I don't know what it is, something where I can't get my mind, trying to get my mind back together and deal with what's really reality and what's not, like might be in a dream, a state of dream, because the drug took you so deep, you became delusional, and you don't even don't remember nothing. And people telling you these are the things that you were doing, and the doctor, the nurse or whoever it was when I start moving and things began to make sense and I realized that I was in a hospital. I didn't know how I got there. And what had happened, I didn't know. I didn't know. Then when I later talked to the nurse in charge, it was the nurse that told me that I had 5 different drugs in my system and I know I not really taken them. And it was then she told me if you're gonna smoke weed, you always roll your own joint. Or else you watch them what they roll into. And that's what had happened to me. And if we could have a little bit more freedom with marijuana, it would not be so easy for some people to fall victims of what others may put into it. And I don't know if that would have helped the situation that I was in. I don't know if that would have helped it or not. But people need to know how to deal with that. You got a lot of people. I don't know how I ended up making it. I honestly don't. And a lot of people are in that situation. And they may be drugged, or they may be against their will. I was drugged. I was drugged against my will. I didn't know that there was going to be drugs in the marijuana. I didn't know it. And a lot of people have been through that. And there are those that willingly take drugs and become addicts. And I'm not for sure what they're trying to escape. It was a feeling that I didn't like. People have been traumatized in deep ways, and we've not been allowed to address these issues. The mind been separated from the body, and the mind is what helps the body to function. And somehow insurance companies don't have to pay for mental health. They don't have to pay for dental. They don't have to pay for eyeglasses. How can something like that, how can you detach my eyes from my body and my teeth, even though my teeth can be extracted? My hand can too, but you cover that, and I need my eyes to see, my ears to hear. And it's hard to eat with no teeth, it really is. But somehow we found a way to disassemble the mind, the eyes, the ears, oxygen, gotta pay for that. It's crazy. Why shouldn't oxygen just be free? And water. He who stopped the flows of water into places deliberately trying to cause others to suffer is not a good person for me to even think about. And we mad at Donald Trump about the Saudi golf tournament, and he spoke the truth. If you know that it's the truth in your heart, why do you hate all Saudis? They did not all commit act of terror against this country, and they've not been given a chance at a trial. So you cannot blame the whole fucking Saudi Arabia because of what a few people allegedly did. We don't know if they did it or not. They've not been to trial. So don't blame all of Saudi Arabia. Do not do that. That is so unfair to the mothers who've lost their children during the acts of war, and the fathers too, and those who don't even know people here in the United States. They may not even know you. Why they hate you? No. They may not even know why those people did what they did and who they followed after. They don't know. And we want to blame all of Saudi Arabia and say they want us all dead. I hope they don't want us all dead. But if we all keep on everywhere they hit, that's all they hear. People want them dead. People want them dead. How many people have lost their loved ones to war? What gives you the right to drop bombs on the heads of others? What gives you the right to gun them down? What gives you the right to invade them? You're invaders. What gives you the right to kill them? What gives you the right? I don't care where you're doing it at. You have no right. And if he wants it done, let him do it himself. If he, he, the one the he who want you to drop bombs, why he don't lead the way? Why he don't lead his own battle? Why he gotta dictate it and you gotta charge in the battle without him? Hey, he can't be charged with crimes that you're willing to commit. Well, he told me to do it. And how many times we're told, well, you make your own decision. You did that because you wanted to. In the classroom, at work, you did that because they told you to put money from the register in your pocket, and you chose to. You didn't have to go along with that. Well, I was scared they was gonna hurt me if I didn't do it. Well, did they threaten you? Well, no, but they won't want to talk to me no more. If I ain't play along, I was gonna be left out. So many different things, and people are battling with those demons. And we're not allowed to think for ourselves. You can't say no as a child. Don't ever get the hell beat out of you. When you got people starving in Africa, I hate the way they taste. Please don't. You'll make them gag. Some stuff do. Some things will. I don't know. I tried to feed mine like the foods that came before the sugars is what that I was told is how the baby should eat. And being a mom is a great thing, one of the greatest achievements that I have had in my lifetime. And even though no one may, oh no, it has been a very, the times, last couple of years have been so stressful. It's kind of like what some people say, well, the Bible living out his days and God soon to come. Well, God might be on the way back for real. I don't know where his journey has taken him. And when he come, will he be like this great big old thing like um you know what was it, one of those things that the iron giant, the thing that was like really bigger than everybody else? Will he be like that? Or will he be a little tiny man in a robot moving with little hands and things like that? For say that God is still alive and he is coming back, he and his son Jesus, if they truly are coming back. Um, I wonder where do they live? I would say Vatican City somewhere. And I would say that they are probably highly protected. The popes who surround themselves under them big old coats, they probably can fight very well. They probably just do martial arts. Who knows? Who knows? I'm quite sure they've learned a whole lot of different things, different places that they've gone and learned different cultures and different ways of combat and all kind of different things. And from being around so long, you learn all of the things that the earth hold and all the secrets of the earth and how so many things have been made and I don't know how old God would be if he's still alive, but I oftentimes wonders why we only see him when we're going to die. So that says to me that maybe God is dead already, and once you're dead, you'll see him in the state of your spirit, which shall be nothingness, because the body gonna pass away, and that little thingy that was a sperm in the beginning, and you need a microscope to count how many sperms is in that one ejaculation cycle, and they're so tiny. That's how tiny our spirit is, and the spirit is covered. This is the covering. And once that covering goes back to the earth, then that spirit again is free. Free to live out his life in nothingness, the absence of a mind. I wonder, does it take away any thought patterns, stripped away nothingness, and except the little film that circles my spirit, giving it life. Now, I'm not for sure if God has passed on or if he's still alive. And if there truly is a tree of life, and it's the tree of life of man's penis, or is it an actual tree that will keep you living? And why not share it in the waters of life? Should flow free. And that way the earth can continue to build up and grow and grow. And the earth can't grow without water. We know it from our body. It get dry. Like right now, my throat is dry, and I know I need some fluids down through there. And it's thin too. I got a thin neck and a little chicken neck. To deprive the world of water, basic water, basic things that the world needs to stop people from thriving, so that you can take over their where they have been living for decades and generations, and you come along and say, well, God created this and we are God's heirs and we are his followers, and we are going to take it away from you. Or just to loan people money, like the assistance. It's like a student loan, and the interest rate is so horrible you never finish paying the money back, or you default and you can't pay the money back because the interest rate is so high. And the foreign aid is actually a loan to another country, and that's where the money is actually like they loaning people 80 billion. What is it for? Who knows? But the collateral is the land, and the land that they are loaning the money on, um, maybe just some land that was owned in their family, land that they families had decades ago, and now the government is selling it back to them, or we'll sell it back to you for a price or whatever it is. So they want to buy the land and dig oil well and do business, blah blah blah, or dig for diamond, blah blah blah, or bring in the necessary things that their family need, or to pay off China. We don't know where the money's gonna go, where the money even came from. We don't know. We don't know why Nancy Pelosi has to go to Taiwan And we don't know why it's the business of anybody else other than Nancy and the person that she's going to see. It's their business. Does she own companies in Taiwan? You know how many of the products we get made here in Taiwan? Apple has companies in Taiwan. IBM, let me see who all got companies in Taiwan. I don't know how to do that little split screen and put up actual reading and stuff like that. I have a hard enough time reaching that point right here. Knowing where to look to, knowing where to look at is another. Let me see. I don't have anything to drink. My throat is getting dry. How many American-owned companies in Taiwan? This is gdatamart.com. GDATAMART.com says American-owned companies in Taiwan in 2022. IBM, NVIDIA, Google, McKinsey and Company, Microsoft, Boston Consulting Group, Synopsys, SYNOPSYS, HP, Apple, Uber, Dell, Procter and Gamble, Nike, Intel Corporation, and Qualcomm, QUALCOMM, are some of the companies that currently do business in Taiwan. Now, is it because they can pay them lower monies? Is it because the taxes are taxes? I remember I used to work at the sewing room in Monticello, and the man who was the big boss, I'd asked, I said, well, why are they closing the plant down and moving it to Mexico? He said, because the taxes had gotten so high, it was hard for them to keep the business going. So they're going to move to Mexico where it's a lot cheaper to run the business. And with each person who makes more money, then you got to pay more taxes. More taxes. Each person, the more money you pay them, the more they tax. And then one person who's a business owner said that the government have to, your boss man have to pay your taxes, have to match what you have to pay out of pocket. So I don't know how true that is. I'm not a business owner. I've never had to deal with it from that perspective, but I just don't know. And I heard that is what caused a lot of people to leave, a lot of businesses to leave and move to another country to work because the taxes was more than they were willing to pay or could afford to keep doors open. They can't afford to pay rent, utilities, got to buy products, all of that. The overhead is eating them up. And then you want money out of thin air, you call taxes. It's out of thin air for you because you didn't have to do nothing but say that I want it. You ain't gave me no why. You ain't gave me no why. Anything that you got going on over there ain't got nothing to do with me. And I should not have to suffer. I should not have to pay your bill. That's what the balls tell us. Well, I paid you for it to do your job. What you do with your money left up to you now. That's all. You know you get it. So I'm just saying. So then here you come and you yank taxes out of our money. And it ain't just no couple of taxes because we have to pay taxes on everything that we purchase. Everything. Everything is taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed. So more and more and more till we bring it home probably 50 cents on the dollar into your door. And they getting about 45 cents too. 50 to 50. I'm going to say maybe it might be getting 55% of your income because a lot of your income is going into taxes. A lot of it. A lot of it. You go in the store and get $200 worth of groceries. You're not going to get $200 worth of groceries because there's that thin air tax that might add $28 onto your It's that thin air. Why? Why? Then I gotta pay Medicare, and I can't even use that insurance, and I gotta go over here and buy some insurance somewhere else. And I'm too poor. I'm too poor. I'm too poor to get Obamacare, and I'm too rich to get Medicaid. That's that 12,000 a year bracket that a lot of people live. And they work hard and they bring a lot. They bring a lot to the business. But the business can't afford to pay them a whole lot. They got to they got the overhead cost. And what are we going to do? We're going to have to pay taxes. We're going to have to. We ain't got no choice. And we still can't use the Medicare. You might not. You got money that going into Social Security that you might not live to see. And then they raising the age to make you work longer so that they won't have to make good on the money. Well, I gotta pay it anyway. Gotta pay the ride. If you want to charge me for anything on the public roads, the car, yeah. But how you get to charge taxes on something you ain't got nothing to do with, like restaurants and people gotta pay taxes to you for the foods that they sell. I don't get that. I wonder why I can't. I see that as bullying someone. I wonder why I see that Godfather rule. Every time I see that tax thing, I see that Godfather rule. Father the God. Y'all don't see that when you see God in the Bible. You don't associate him with the Godfather. You don't. I see the Godfather. They call him Father, Father God, God the Father, the Godfather. You don't see that? Cold blooded. Cold blooded. I guess I'm back got on E by now. I don't have anybody to talk to. No one basically to respond. I go live in hopes that maybe I'll have a conversation with someone about the feelings in the thoughts, and just to share a conversation with someone. And no one ever wants to talk. They just like listening. Maybe because we're so used to we so used to the see, I am getting the feedback. Okay. I'm trying to see how I look. Okay. See, I'm getting the feedback. Okay. I'm trying to see how I look. Okay. See, I'm trying to see what angle I'm supposed to look straight into this camera. I don't know how to look into the camera. I don't know. I'm getting some feedback from myself. Okay. I be trying, I be on it. You can catch me in the A. Oh, I about feel better now. I had a job interview this morning at a restaurant. I was there at a little bit before 6 a.m. and we had a conversation, and I'm about to go finish the application, and soon I'll have a job there. I'll start working there. She's just going to let me start on Monday. So I'm a little bit excited about that. It's the hours that I want, And then um, Peter, yes, if they can, they might do the hours that I want, maybe 3 days a week. Because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to work to save up enough money so that I can fix my trailer up the way I want. You see, Elon Musk, I keep hearing people saying he got a place that's for $50,000, and I look at it, and well, that's probably like a little, just a tap in the bucket for him. But to turn it into what I seen for $50,000, that's like a tap in the bucket for him. But that's like, ooh, that's like a huge. I don't even make $25,000 a year, let alone a $50,000 home. So my home was $850. Yeah, but to buy the products could very well add up to $50,000. You see, the everything needs redoing. I would like to. It don't necessarily need redoing. I just would like new wood, and the wood that is here already, I would like to use it to add extra rooms. So I'd like to tear all this apart right in here and do me a kitchen, and instead of having a wall right there where you see that cabinet, I'd like to move that wall out and extend the kitchen over to the next room too. That is kind of like a pantry closet space. Anyway, but have a happy Saturday, a wonderful weekend. Blessings to you.
This is a full 3 months of food without needing any refrigeration or special storage. You're looking at our long-awaited 3.
Today I want to share with you 10 steps to inflation-proof your pantry to fight rising grocery